So B, the audio recordings of commission meetings. I brought this to the agenda. There's apparently been a lot of requests for this that we all know. It has been done in the past. It is done by other boards and commissions. There's probably good arguments either way, for or against it. Certainly there is no mandate for us to do it, state or otherwise. It would be just a convenience for whoever's need to reference something of the meeting, if they wanted to know specifically how something was said or what was said, rather than, as we're only required to do, but basically record the motions and how they're voted upon, and a little synopsis of what was presented. So I figured we could kind of get a viewpoint of the other commissioners here. It's something we can even, and I would actually recommend maybe a trial basis. Historically, under their comments, I was going to suggest that we suspend our July and August meetings. We can always hold a special meeting if anything important comes about, but historically the commission's always bypassed those two meetings. Regular business, so maybe start something in September if we choose to, and just September through December, and see how it's working out.
Well, after the last meeting, you and I spoke about this, and I think we kind of agreed that it does. I don't say anything here that I'm not afraid to say out in public and being recorded. I don't think any of us have to have any concern about that. And it's my opinion that they should be recorded. It's how they should be recorded. Sometimes we're not in this room, so we can do the recording system that they have here. It's my understanding that this is still operable, but if we get stuck in another room. So one of the things we'll have to look into is a separate recording and then save it at the, it's my suggestion to save it at the PD as a file on one of the computers that may be available. It's an easy way. It's under lock and key there, secured. The voice or audible file won't take up that much space again on the computers. Even if we have a freestanding extra one after the first, when do we purchase computers? Are we purchasing computers?
I'm sure we will be next year, but I don't think we'd have to. If we do go that route, we'd have to purchase a recorder, a digital recorder.
Yep.
And then we just download the file to a computer that we have, which would probably be Sharon's computer.
Right, and any requests that are made for the files can, or for the recordings can come through the commission and under FOI if they're requested, and go from there.
Do they have to get filed with the town clerk, or can you keep the?
No.
I know the minutes, the paper minutes need to go.
The only thing is the paper minutes. Correct me if I'm wrong.
But there's nothing saying that they have to be filed with the town
The
clerk.
only thing that has to happen is the minutes have to be filed with the town clerk.
Okay.
There's no obligation to put anything, minutes and agendas, anything on a
So,
website. That's
okay. Audio, I wasn't sure how
the
that.
audio's working.
It's just so hard copies down at the clerk's office.
So that
If
makes
somebody
sense.
wanted to go down.
There's no chart. There's nothing in the. I already looked in the charter. There's nothing in the charter that says anything, any requirement of any commission to keep a recording with the town clerk. It's only the minutes.
There's just a lot of
I don't
issues
think
when
that
it
we
comes to
need
the
to.
recordings, and I can explain that to you later, but the software that they were using for years is not good. You have to stop the recordings every 20 minutes, otherwise the file's too big. So you'll notice like the selected audios are 3 or 4 times.
We're not looking to put them on the website.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry,
These
I'm
are
sorry.
just-
I thought that's what the
No,
whole
no,
purpose
no,
was.
we're just gonna record them. We're gonna have audio recordings in case we ever have to go back and, listen to what was said, or, what was presented, or how it was presented, or whatever the case might be. So we'll just keep the recordings on file. They'll be available if, somebody, like I say, needs to get to them. I guess, figure out how that's gonna be, but, no, we're not looking to put them on the
Okay, I
website.
apologize, that's what I.
No, and I was gonna get to that point too, so.
Just getting it there.
Yeah, a little relaxed there, but, that's my recommendation. We just maintain them,
Okay.
in a police department file, like Ricky was saying.
Right. And I just want to make it clear, I don't have any issues with the way the minutes are presented at this point in time. It's not any criticism of that at all. I think the minutes are fine. It's just that it's my opinion that it would probably benefit the commission and those in the public that wish to have a copy of recording if they wish to do so in the future, that's all.
So what's the process for that, chief? I mean, if somebody comes in and says, I want to get to tonight's meetings per se, I mean, because I'm sure there's going to be a cost to give them, you know, so the, I just want to make sure that the burden isn't on us financially to provide those.
Well, it's more of a time burden, but if it's a file like that, if it's something that can be sent email or something, it would just be a file. Otherwise, we'd have to be purchasing a computer disk and.
Right,
and
that's where I was going.
But we would have to pick up those costs. So we're limited in what we can charge for those items, depending.
So I guess maybe that'll be a good 6-month trial to see, okay, what is it really costing? Is it, you know, 10 hours a week in Sharon's time, or is it, you know?
Right.
I guess those are the types of things I'd be looking to get back from the trial base.
That's what I'm thinking.
Cost and.
I certainly don't have a problem with it, not to bore everybody, but for 8 years, when I was first selectman, we recorded every single meeting. And I think I can probably think of 5 times in 8 years, somebody would want to listen to the minutes. However, they were available, and they were kept on Billy's office, and I certainly don't have a problem with it at all. That's it.
I have no problem either way. Works for me either way.
If you want a motion, I'd be happy to put it in the form of a motion that we do it.
We'll plan on purchasing a recorder and have it ready for September's meeting.
That would be my only suggestion, is like I said, we started September, we're doing on trial basis through the end of the 2016 year, the summer meeting. And then come January, we can, like Andy said, we can evaluate what the cost may or may not be, and any, you know, unanticipated burdens or things of that nature. So if somebody wants to, like to make a motion, we're ready.
I made it, I'll move it.
Second.
I guess the motions, you got it. Motion's made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? So moves unanimously.